Hello and welcome everyone to Women Speakers Association's WSA TV premiere show. I'm Lara Rubenstein, your host and producer, and today we have a fabulous topic. I am so excited about the topic today. It is all about raising productivity and profitability from a woman's point of view. We've got experts here today, and I want to go over and say hi to each of them. Hello, hello, ladies. And I want to start with Danielle. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. My name is Danielle. I'm an organizational consultant coming from Southern California, and you can find me at danielleClara.com.
Great to have you, Danielle. And Cathy, hi.
Hi, I'm Cathy Sexton, Productivity and Profit Specialist, and I'm coming from St. Louis, Missouri. And you can find me at theproductivityexperts.com.
Excellent. Great to have you, Cathy. And DeDee, hi.
Hi, thank you for joining us here live. I am DeDee Cai. I'm the CEO and the holistic business strategist for Fit to Profit. That's exactly where you can find me, fittoprofit.com, and I'm dialing in from Northern Virginia.
Oh, we're so excited to have all of you. And we have really a hot topic here. You know, we're at the beginning of 2019 for those of you watching live. And we are, all excited about what's this year going to hold for us? How productive can we be? How profitable can we be? But you know what? Each of you have different expertise. And I want to ask you, for what advice can you give our viewers about how women can raise their productivity and their profitability? Because we all know how to be productive, but how do we mesh those two? Danielle, why don't you address that first for us?
Sure. So I work with organizations in their workplace and kind of improving and increasing their productivity. And one tip that I have to increase productivity is really to listen first. So listen to your customers, your clients, the data that you have on hand, and also your staff, your employees, in order to create a holistic picture of what's going well in your organization, maybe what's not, so that you can really gain the awareness in order for you to take your next step.
We sometimes we forget to listen. We forget to gather that data and we just jump into trying to be productive. So I really value that, and then bringing that into an organization as a culture is huge, 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 huge. So thank you for that. Cathy, what advice do you have for people, and women especially, on being more productive and profitable?
Yes, I really feel it's really important that we understand our values. I say to know at least your first top three values. Like in my case, my values are family, it's integrity, and then the third one is service. So really knowing helps us be able to make decisions and make the right decisions. And then secondly, really understanding your natural productivity style so you can be authentic. And when you're authentic with the way you work, you can get more done and of course make more money.
Wow. A lot of people don't associate authenticity with productivity. Can you just dive just ever so slightly a little deeper into it and say why that's so important?
Well, it is because we all work and think differently. And when we understand our style, instead of trying to be somebody else's style, it just comes natural versus us trying to force it.
Yeah, you can waste a lot of time and energy trying to be someone you're not. That's makes perfect sense. Well, great. And DeDee, round us out. What advice do you have for women to be more productive and profitable?
I can tell you from my experience of working with my clients, and also for myself in personal experiences, that you have got to be productive with creating a calendar that has all the tasks and items, but also you have to build in recovery. Women, we are very naturally very great with taking care of other people. However, I can tell you, we're not as great with taking care of ourselves. And I know for a fact, if we take care of ourselves on a physical, mental, emotional, and also spiritual level, then you can produce a very different quality of work. And that is super important because everyone has 24 hours in a day, and being able to generate energy so that you can do the things that you need to do is important only if you take just the same amount of time to recover.
really important point, and what I got from your point there is the first step was make an action list, take some actions, or know what you need to do to to get your stuff done so that you have the time to
Exactly.
take care of yourself and put that in there. So right on. Really appreciate this. Getting productive is going to make a difference, but coming from the place of authenticity, as you talked about, our guest talked about here, authenticity, awareness, integrity, and getting organized through a list and taking care of yourself. Like, wow, what a powerful bunch of advice that you all gave. So thank you. And I want to get to learn a little bit more about your expertise individually, each of you, how, you are such wise women. So please share with me who you work with and what you do and what you're passionate about doing for the people you work with. Go for it, Danielle.
Sure. So specifically, I work with small to medium sized for-profit business or nonprofit organizations. And similar to what Cathy and DeDee are talking about, kind of like understanding your strengths and leveraging them, I do that in an organizational setting. So I really challenge my clients to understand their strengths and see how they could better utilize them in order for them to build cohesive and collaborative workplaces.
And how did you, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I also do the same with like leadership and manager groups, kind of figuring out that personality and ideology and really seeing how we can come together to work effectively.
Awesome. How did you come to this work?
I came into this work actually being a young manager myself. So I was recently out of undergrad and was quickly promoted to management position at a biotech company. And I was middle management, as they say. And so I had frontline workers who were, reporting to me, and I had a boss that was overseeing my role, and I was really the connector of the workplace to funnel up concerns and to also filter down a lot of the work process and business goals in order for us to really work together. So I think that is really where I got, my love for this and my passion for this.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for all the great work you do. Yeah. And Cathy, I'd love to hear a little bit more of who do you work with? What are you passionate doing for them? Share with us, please.
Yes, I work with driven, overworked, and overwhelmed small business owners. I love working with women. I'm just really passionate about it because I come from the place of being a reforming workaholic. So I was diagnosed with a life-threatening disease. And so my goal is to help other women not go down that same road. So I help them look at as DeDee said before about self-care, looking at what they're doing, how they're running their businesses, but most importantly, how are they living their life? And are they meshing the business and life and their regular life together? And so I help them be more productive, make more money, and enjoy life better.
And I love your story of how you got into this. So perfect person to guide people into being more productive, but working less and taking more care and being more in alignment. So
Yeah.
I love that phrase. I'm a reforming workaholic. It's like we need a AA meeting for it or something. That's terrific. You and I can start one. Great. DeDee, why don't you share a little bit more about you? Who do you work with? What do you love doing for them? What are you passionate about?
Wow, I can go on for days about that. But for now, I'll share that I work with women business owners and especially leaders who are looking to up level themselves and their businesses. And what I love the most about working with my clients is really seeing the transformations where they can really take the tools and really apply it. There's like a vast amount of concepts and theories, but the beauty comes to, I know we talked about taking action, is implementation. And just like Cathy has shared that you have to be really deeply enrooted with your values. So I teach my business owners to create products and services that really speak of their values, and also to really align with their talent as well, and to make sure that they're monetizing their talents and being really productive with really organizing things. Just like what Danielle is saying, you have to have a structure, you have to have a way to organize things that works for you in your business.
Beautiful. Do you have an example of how you help someone do that?
So I most recently worked with a client. She's been in the corporate industry for about 25 years, but she realized that she always has the heart for helping people and really developing self-awareness and also creating routines that support them. And what I realized after she started as a life coach client, but after a while we realized that her passion is that helping people. And so she transitioned from her full-time job to starting her own coaching and consulting business and teaching people how to be productive and to reach peak performance. And that's what I was able to do, is get her to realize that her talent is really seeing and believing in people and really investing in them. And that's one way of monetizing without having to do what she used to do. She was okay in her corporate position, but at the same time, it didn't fulfill her the same way when she speaks about coaching, and now that she is coaching and is really successful with it.
Yeah. So what I'm getting from all of you is that if you want a rich life, if you want to live a life that's highly productive and highly profitable, follow the advice, get some help, work with somebody who can show you where the missing pieces are, whether it's getting aligned with Cathy, you were talking about your natural productivity style, or Danielle going into an organization and making sure everybody in the organization is aligned, or DeDee taking the actions and knowing what they are and keeping in perspective what needs to happen. So I want to invite everybody to connect with you guys, Cathy, Danielle, and DeDee here today, because you are just a power team and a power, tools you offer those power tools to people that some of us know these tools. None of this is rocket science. Some of us just don't know how to implement them or need encouragement or really the okay permission. Sometimes we just need permission. Would you agree, ladies? Yeah. So I want to hear a little bit more about what you brought here, what you're getting out of Women Speakers Association, because I know our members can tell that we have some amazing people who come to the forefront. Each of you are a premier member here, and I'd like to know, what is the value that this premier membership with Women Speakers Association has granted you? Cathy, but let's go to Cathy first.
Yes, I love the show, because I can learn so much from so many different women that are powerful and they know what they're talking about, and to really just soak it in. I just love watching the show. That's the biggest part of it for me.
Great. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the show. It's something that I love featuring every single premier member that we can get our hands on the lives here. And Danielle, what value are you getting from being a part of Women Speakers Association?
Yeah, so similar to Cathy, I just really love the community. We are all very powerful women stepping into our power to tell our stories, to tell our truth, and to make our impact in the world. And that's really encouraging. I know I have found my own confidence in speaking because of it. So it's really been important for me for that aspect.
Wow, that's huge. When you want to find confidence, that catapults you to the next level of speaker, and getting results, and talk about productivity. So thank you for sharing that. And DeDee, tell us about why you joined and what value you're getting from Women Speakers Association.
Wow. Well, just like Cathy and Danielle, for sure, being able to speak and share and knowledge and information, being a part of the community, and also to always keep learning. I know that I get quite a few emails on how to do certain things, how to market myself, on all the tools. So the value is exposure for the business. The value is teaching me how to be more confident in my way of being and as a speaker, and then also being a part of a community, and always knowing that I can always, on a day where I don't feel as motivated, can turn on a podcast or a video like this and be inspired all over again. So thank you for putting all of this together, Lara.
You're welcome. And it's not just me. The whole Women Speakers Association is a very well-run organization, and we have so much to offer, as so many of you just heard, from building your confidence, getting more exposure, having the tools, having a community, having this show with advice from all over the globe. And I want to invite you all to join us at joinwsa.com. We'd love to answer your questions. You can also get a free speaker success plan there, or join us at the premier level and get the exposure, visibility, confidence, and sisterhood that you've been maybe looking for. So thank you again, ladies. I'm going to put all of you on screen. We can all say goodbye, and we'll be back for another episode of Women Speakers Association's WSA TV premiere show next week. Bye for now.